Coach, an opening statement, and then we'll take questions.
We're certainly excited about being here in Columbia. Our players have played well throughout the course of the year, been very consistent offensively, and from a pitching standpoint, pitching and defense, we've been pretty solid. So we feel like we earned our way in, and hopefully we'll play well this weekend. But our players are excited, the staff's excited to be here. Tremendous facility to play in, and we're looking forward to the next 4 days.
Questions? Matt?
Coach, your offense has obviously put up some incredible stats, but talk about the year Ryan's had as well and what he's done for you guys.
Yeah, he's been solid every Friday night since the start of the season. And the reason being is his preparation so good. He does everything he needs to do throughout the course of the week, from his delivery work to the weight room to his conditioning, his mental preparation. He's got a feel for what he does well and tries to stick with that. It's not so much what our opponents are doing, but although he pays attention to that at game time. But his preparation's so good, and our players understand that. They know that. They play well behind him, and typically find a way to score some runs for him.
John.
Coach, how do you feel your players have responded over the last week or so since the conference tournament?
Pretty good. Since, Monday, the first 24 hours was tough. As a matter of fact, we took that day off. We took Monday off after the selection show, gave them some time to recover physically, mentally, and had a good day Tuesday. Didn't get a lot done yesterday, but a little bit with the weather, and a good practice today. They've got plenty of energy, and they're excited about playing tomorrow against Duke here.
Mark and then Eric.
For both the players, I talked to a couple of your teammates on the field, and there seems to be a comfort level here. The fact that you guys, I believe, went to LSU last year, and that you were in Charleston, so you're kind of used to the heat here. You guys seem very comfortable. Can you talk about your experiences, I guess, to this point, that and how maybe they could benefit you this weekend?
Oh, definitely. I mean, playing last year on LSU really helps our comfort level here, playing another SEC school, and even just we played in a lot of this team was also with the Virginia Regional our freshman year, so we have some experience here at the regional level, and we've done a great job all year bringing energy to the ballpark, and I think it'll continue to go through this weekend, and hopefully everything pans out.
Eric?
Yeah, Mark, kind of along the same lines. Last year, going down to LSU, you had a group that didn't have a lot of experience in regionals. Now you do. What is the difference just preparing a team in those two situations?
Even last year, we still had a number of players that, like Steven said, that were in Charlottesville 3 years ago. So, we did have some experience. We had some new faces last year. And it was more a matter of preparing day to day, very similar to what we've done throughout the course of the year. I think when you get to this point, you make mistakes by trying to do things differently. You've created some pretty good routines, the players have, and the staff has, and I think you've got to stick with that best you can, and hopefully you play well because of it.
Derek?
Steven, as consistent as you guys have been at the plate this year, we've seen how teams get hot in regionals and super regionals and carry them into Omaha. What does that do for this team's confidence, knowing that you guys obviously have great plate approach?
I mean, we've done a great job all year of trusting our process and not trying to do too much at the plate, and our coaches do a great job of letting us know when we're trying to do too much or when we're getting out of the moment, and we just try to stay in the moment as much as we can and trust what we've done all year and trust all our preparation we did in the fall, and so, all season we've been consistent with staying within ourselves, and I don't think we're going to try and do too much this weekend. I think we'll still play the way we have all year, and good things will happen.
This is for Ryan. You obviously have the benefit of video in this day and age as far as being able to see Duke, even though you haven't played them. What do you see from this lineup? What's your scouting report? How do you plan to attack this team?
I haven't watched anything on Duke. Coach talked earlier about my preparation. I've treated it the same as I would a regular season game or any game up to this point. This week's been pretty much the same for me. I'm going to treat it the same way.
Matt?
Coach, Nick's stats are incredible. 21 homers, 90 RBIs. Just how has he been so good this year? What's kind of his plate approach and everything? And just how important has he been for you guys?
He's been tremendously important. Matter of fact, halfway through the season, it was, be like fight. Hopefully everybody can get to that point. But, no, Nick was last year as a freshman, nervous, unsure of himself, really not prepared to help us a whole lot last spring. But, our strength coach, our coaching staff gave him a number of things that he needed to continue to work on toward the back end of the spring and into the summer, with his catching drills, flexibility work, strength work, and some adjustments he started to make toward the back end of the spring last year with his swing. And came back in the fall, had an outstanding fall for us, and we felt like he was going into the spring going to have a very good spring, but we had no idea it'd be as good as it's been. The great thing about Nick is his demeanor doesn't change. He shows up. He's the same guy every day. Even after the success he had in the first half, he's been the same guy, and he grinds it out every day when he comes to the ballpark. He's prepared to catch. He's prepared to step into the DH role. He's prepared to do whatever we need him to do that day. And, that's been probably the greatest thing about his year, and probably the reason why he's continued to have success in the second half is he hadn't let it affect his approach.